Hello students, so let us continue our discussion of unit 3, that is we have already discussed about successive differentiation. Okay, so we have already wrote 8 results of this successive differentiation and the first we have already done. Okay, so let us continue with result number 2 and let us see how to prove it. Okay, so your function is y equals to 1 by ax plus b. Okay, so try to bring it in simpler form. So I can write it like that: ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 1. Right? Now, therefore, now you can write here. Let me write differentiating with respect to x, we get now it will be y1 and what is the derivative of this? X to the power n, so it will be n x to the power n minus 1 into dx, right? So it will be n x to the power n minus 1 first, so it will be minus 1 x to the power, that means ax plus b whole thing to the power n minus 1, so it will be minus 1 minus 1 into derivative of this. So derivative of this will be a, right? Because derivative of this quantity is derivative of this plus derivative of this, and derivative of ax with respect to x is a, and derivative of derivative of b with respect to x is 0. Because we know derivative of any constant quantity is 0, right? So this can be written as this minus 1 is there, this a is there, then it will be ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 2. So ultimately I can write it like that: minus 1 to the power 1 because its power is 1, then a to the power 1, its power is 1, then nothing is there, so I can write it factorial 1 divided by, it will be ax plus b whole thing to the power it will be 2, right? 2. These two can be written like that, 1 plus 1, right? Now differentiate this term. Again differentiating we get y2 equals to, so it will be minus 1 is there, then a is constant, so keep it like that. Then a to the power n, the same is the same concept, n to the power n minus 1, right? So it will be minus 2, then ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 2 minus 1 into derivative of this, so it will be a, right? Then you see, so this can be written as minus 1 minus 2, then a into a, so it will be a square, then ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 3, right? Now this can be written as, you see, minus minus, so it will be minus 1 square, so minus 1 square, then a square. Now you see 2 is there, so it will be factorial 2, then this quantity can be written as ax plus b whole thing cube, right? So this thing can be written as 2 plus 1, right? Similarly, you can differentiate this quantity, so we will get y2. So y2 will be minus 1 is there, then minus 2 is there, then a squared is there, then it will be again x to the power n form. So it will be again n to the power n minus 1, so it will be minus 3 ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 3 minus 1 into a. Okay? Now it's equals to, now it will be minus 1, then minus 2, then minus 3, then it will be a square into a, it will be a cube, then ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 4, right? Now you see, minus minus minus, so it will be minus 1 cube, then what it is? A cube, so it is a cube, then you see 2 into 3 is 6, and 6 can be expressed as factorial 3, what? 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6, right? So 6 can be written as factorial 3. So it will be factorial 3 and divided by this quantity ax plus b whole thing to the power 4, and 4 can be written as 3 plus 1, right? Now continuing similarly, that means proceeding similarly, we get what we get. You see, when it is 1, then it is minus. You see, the structures, all the structures are same. Minus 1 is there, minus 1 is there, minus 1 is there. A is there, A is there, A is there. Then factorial, factorial, factorial. Then ax plus b, ax plus b, ax plus b. Right? That means structures of each derivative are same. Right? Now, when 1 is there, it is minus 1 to the power 1, a to the power 1, factorial 1. And it is 1 plus 1. Right? When 2 is there, it will be minus 1 to the power 2, a 2, factorial 2, and 2 plus 1. Right? When 3 is there, so it is 3, then 3. Right? So when it is n, that is proceeding similarly, when it is yn, you will get same structure, minus 1, then a, then factorial divided by ax plus b. Right? Now it is, as it is n, so it will be n. It is n factorial, then it is n plus 1, and which is the result of this. Okay? So it's very easy. Just your job is to find the similarity. That means after doing third derivative or fourth derivative, you have to bring some relations between this suffix and their powers. Right? Once you can find this relation, then you can easily find this nth derivative of the given function. Okay? So let us solve the next part. So before that, pause the video to note it down. So let us see the third one, how to solve it. So your function is what? Let y equals to log of ax plus b. Okay? Now we are differentiating with respect to x. We get, what we get? y1 equals to log x. What is the derivative of log x? It is 1 by x. Right? So log of this, derivative of this is 1 by this into derivative of this. Right? So it will be 1 by ax plus b into derivative of this. So derivative of this is what? A. Right? So this can be written as a into ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 1. Right? So if you see, it can be written as, this term can be generalized as by this one. So this is what this can be written as this result is what? It is factorial, right? Yeah, factorial and minus 1. Now you see, it is minus 1 is there, so I can write this one as minus 1 to the power 1 minus 1. Right? So minus 1 to the power 0 is 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1, so I can write it. Then a is there, so it will be a to the power 1. Then factorial, this will be written as 1 minus 1 factorial divided by ax plus b whole thing to the power 1. Right? This is the way how you can find the similarity. Or that means how you can bring the similarity. So minus 1 is there, so I can write it minus 1 to the power 1 minus 1. Right? As 1 is there. So as x side is n minus 1, so as 1 is there, it will be 1 minus 1. That is 0. So anything to the power 0 is 1, so 1 is 0. Right? Then a can be written as a to the power 1. And factorial 1 minus 1 is factorial 0. And factorial 0 is 1. So I can write it like that. And this 1 y cube equals to this one, so it is a, then is x to the power n, so n into x to the power n minus 1 into derivative of this, so it is a. So this can be written as minus 1, then a square, then ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 2, right? Now this can be generalized as this can be written as what? Minus 1 to the power 2 minus 1, right? Because it is minus 1 to the power 1 actually. So I can write 1 as 2 minus 1, then into a square, right? Then again this factorial can be generalized like that. 2 minus 1 factorial divided by this quantity, which is ax plus b whole thing to the power 2. Right? So this is what factorial 2 minus 1 is factorial 1, and factorial 1 is nothing but 1. Okay? Then similarly you find this derivative of this quantity y cube. So it is what? Minus 1 is constant, then a square is constant, then it is again x to the power n, so n x to the power n minus 1, so minus 2 ax plus b whole thing to the power n minus 1 into derivative of this, which is a, right? Now this equals to, you see, this is minus 1 into minus 2, minus 1 into minus 2, there is a square into a, which is a cube, and it is ax plus b whole thing to the power minus 2. Now this equals to minus 1 minus 1, so it is minus 1 square, right? So minus 1 square can be written as minus 1 to the power 3 minus 1, right? Because minus that is minus 1 square. So minus 1 square can be written as 3 minus 1, right? Now it is a cube, then 2 is there, so 2 is nothing but factorial 2, right? So factorial 2 can be written as factorial 3 minus 1 divided by ax plus b whole thing to the power 3, right? So proceeding similarly, we get what? yn. So similarly you see all the structures have all the derivatives have same structures. Now it depends on this suffix. When it is 1, there is 1 minus 1, 1, 1, there is 1. When it is 2, it is 2, 2, 2, 2. When it is 3, it is 3, 3, 3, 3. Right? So when it is n, it will be minus 1 into a into factorial something minus 1 divided by ax plus b. Right? So as it is n, so it is minus 1 to the power n, a to the power n, factorial n minus 1, then ax plus b whole thing to the power n, which is my result. Right? So it is done. Okay? So let us see the next one. So before that, pause the video, note it down. Next number 4. So let us solve it. So given is that y equals to e to the power ax plus b. Okay. Now differentiating with respect to x, we get, so y1, now derivative e to the power mx, so derivative is e to the power mx into derivative of this, so it is a, so it can be written as a to the power 1 e to the power ax plus b. Then derivative of y2, so divide this, so it is derivative of this is what? Or you can write a here simply. Okay, you can write it down, no problem. So derivative of this is a is constant, so you just keep this a here. Then derivative of this is e to the power ax plus b into derivative of this quantity, so it is a. So a into a is a square e to the power ax plus b. So similarly y is what? Derivative of this. So this is constant, so you keep it here. The derivative of this, so it is e to the power ax plus b into into derivative of this, so it is a. So a square into a is a cube. So it is a to the power ax plus b, right? So proceeding similarly we get what we get yn. Now if all the structures are same, e to the power ax plus b is common, only changes occurs in powers of a. When it is 1 it is 1, when it is 2 it is 2, when it is 3 it is 3. So when it is n it will be n, right? So it is simply a to the power n to the power ax plus b. Okay? And the next proof we will see in our next class. Okay? So thank you.